let's move on to the second fight. Another fight that I would love to see take place once boxing returns. And it's another one of those matchups that's kind of like guys in between, guys looking for somebody to fight and are having a hard time getting this matchup. And this one makes sense from a promotion and a network standpoint. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, current champion right now at 160, chasing people down the street like the bully in the neighborhood, and everybody's crossing the street. They're crossing the street. Nobody wants to fight Demetrius Andrade. They won't even say his name. Another guy having a problem getting a fight is actually a weight class above him is Callum Smith, holds the title at 168. Now, Demetrius Andrade has already talked about, he told us that he, in an interview that we did with him, that he'd go up to 168 if it meant getting good fights. Why don't we see Callum Smith and Demetrius Andrade lock horns? What do you think about that fight?
I mean, there's no impediments promotionally. They're both promoted by Matchroom. They're both fighting on DAZN. So there's no obstacle there. I think that in order for Andrade to get the big fights that he's looking for, he's going to have to move up in weight. So if he's still going to chase Canelo, he's going to have to move up in weight. I don't imagine a Triple G fight being on the horizon for him, simply because I just don't think Triple G has a ton of fights left in him. And I don't know what his contract, how many fights it was for with DAZN. But, regardless, he's 2 fights in. Canelo would be 3 fights in. If it's a 5-fight deal, if he beats Canelo, well, he's back on top of the world. They might fight a 4th fight. If he loses to Canelo, he could have one last-ditch effort to fight and win a world title, and maybe that could be against Andrade. But, I'm just giving a lot of these different scenarios. Going back to what you said, though, about Andrade, moving up to fight Callum Smith seems like a reasonable idea. It gives Andrade the opportunity. Look, he has the size. He has the height and the frame to go to 68. So that's not an issue. He has the reach, the height, the frame. He's a difficult guy to fight. I think at 68, he would give him an opportunity to win a world title in a 3rd weight division. But Andrade has to be one of those most underrated, under talked about champions that could end up going through an entire career under the radar. So I do think a fight like him and Smith would be exciting. I certainly want to watch it. I'm curious to know what our viewers think.
Yeah, what I think, here's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like he's got to take a chance. And fighting Callum Smith is a huge chance, because Callum Smith is not that major payday that he's looking for, obviously, if he would fight Golovkin or Canelo. But how much more difficult would it be for them to continue to avoid him if he beats Callum Smith? Also, on the same token, and on the flip side, how much more difficult would it be for people to avoid Callum Smith if he beats Demetrius Andrade? So I think both guys have something to gain. They're both in a similar situation, excellent top-notch fighters who people are avoiding and not even giving the opportunity for them to prove themselves. So the best way for them probably to prove themselves is to fight each other. That's the way I kind of see that. So as I mentioned, as we continue to roll through these fights that you may want to see, or that we definitely want to see, you cannot forget, if you are watching this on YouTube and you want to see more boxing, MMA, combat sports content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and make sure you click that notifications bell so that you'll know when new videos go up.